What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 163, and today, of course, we are officially ending last season off with Paris Saint-Germain. Of course, we joined PSG midway through the season. We won the Champions League and Ligue 1 as well. We also reached the Coupe Nationale final, but unfortunately we did lose to our rivals Marseille. But of course, the board only had one objective, that was win the league, and we did that, so they were totally fine with us staying on for the new season, which we of course were going to do. So we do start off the new season with Paris Saint-Germain here, and as you can see, we've seen that Fekir has joined the club on a pre-contract, Bahabek has left the club on a pre-contract to join Montpellier, and we also saw as well that the transfer market was now open. Our season's budget with Paris Saint-Germain as well was only £53.5 million. Now you're probably sitting there thinking, only £53.5 million. Are you serious? Well, to be honest, when you think about it, you know, PSG have ambitions of, well, the board say reach the semi-final of the Champions League, but also win the cup and win the league. But PSG have ambitions of being the most powerful side in the world in, you know, let's be honest, in real life, that is what they want to do eventually, with all the money they're investing to the club, no doubt. So I was kind of expecting with PSG being apparently on FIFA the richest club in the game, certainly one of the richest clubs in the game, no doubt about that, certainly in the top 5. I was certainly expecting a bit more money, maybe 70 to 80 million pounds, possibly towards 85 to 90 at a stretch. I wouldn't expect anything too astronomical, around 100 to 150 million pounds, because that just rarely ever happens, but a little bit more than 53.5 million pounds. I know it's still a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but you'll be very surprised if you're not a career mode player, especially this year with the market being a little more overpriced for players, which is good because it's more realistic. You'll be very surprised how quickly your money can go, basically, and it can just leave out your wallet. But regardless, we get £53.5 million. You saw Fekir's stats there as well, who arrived on a pre-contract. Looks good as a squad player. So coming into the new season with £53.5 million to spend, where was going to be the first transfer target? What position? Right back. Why a right back? Because Gregory Van der Wiel is 31 years old. He's 81 overall. Still very decent, no doubt about that, but I certainly do believe we can get better than him. So Ashton Gutz, Serge Aurier, Danny Carvajal and Raphael were the 4 main targets I was looking at. I also had Cicinho and then Marcos as well, who I wasn't too big of a fan of, but I certainly thought I'll keep them there just in case these 4 deals fall through and they'll be there for backup players. But regardless, my main target out of all 6 of these anyway is Ashton Gutz, 25 years old, 86 overall, and you saw his stats there. He is a glitched player and he is godly. Now of course I came up against him 2 seasons ago in the Champions League semi-final with England, and honestly I didn't know who the guy is. I had to put a scout report on him and I saw how good he was. He was 84 rated back at the time, now he's 86 rated. Unbelievable. I would love to get hold of the guy. But regardless, I also put in a bid for Nicolas Depreville as well, Stade Reims. Now of course, if you watched the last season, you would have seen this guy finished as the top goal scorer in Ligue 1, despite the fact he didn't play for a side who finished in the top 6 or even 7th place. I think he finished 10th actually, Stade Reims, and he's only 76 overall, 28 years old. That baffled me a little bit, because when I scouted the guy, I thought, oh, he's probably a glitched player, you know, that's why his finishing stats probably like 99, and, you know, he's got really loads of pace and everything, that's why he scores so many goals for the AI, but no, his stats are bang average at 76 overall, 28 years old, so I have no idea how he finished as top goal scorer, but we put in a bid for him regardless, just in case there is something special about him that I'm missing out on right now. And also one for the Monaco striker, Anthony Martial, or Martial, I never know how to pronounce his name, because he is one of those players who does grow quite nicely, and as you can see as well, we did search for Zlatan Ibrahimovic's regen as well, and this is his regen. Daniel Atta, who plays St Etienne. Of course, he won't come to us because he's literally just joined the game, and of course now joins St Etienne, but that is Ibrahimovic's regen, and yeah, he already looks great, doesn't he? 17 years old, 72 overall, pretty quick, and he would be fantastic in the future. So at least we know what his name is, at least we know what club he plays for. So that's Zlatan's regen. Maybe in January, maybe in the summer, we'll go back in for him when we can actually buy him. We'll have to wait and see though. Still bids for Mangala at Manchester City. We missed out on him in the January transfer window when we first joined PSG. We were going in for him though, we just couldn't afford to pay for him just at the moment. And also Raphael Varane as well. These 2 players, you know, I've seen comments before from people saying, oh my god, they're so overused in career mode. Well, I've never used them before, so I get that they're probably overused by a lot of career mode players, but I've never had them before, so there you go. I don't mind going in for them as I've never used or played with them before, but I don't see either of those deals coming through anyway. anyway, but we'll have to wait and see. And also a new bid for Serge Aurier. Toulouse weren't happy with the guy, who is currently actually on loan at PSG in real life right now, but we'll have to wait and see if we can get the Ivorian right back. And also Danny Carvajal, Real Madrid also not happy with the bid we put in, because if we do get one of these right backs, Van der Wiel is going to be a backup right back, or, you know, quite frankly, someone who won't get used that much. So it's probably best to include him in the deal so we can try and get the player a little bit cheaper and give us a bit more money to spend with after the deal goes through. So we'll have to wait and see. Or maybe we'll keep Van der Wiel as a backup right back. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, a new bid for Anthony as well. But also Ashton Gotts too. Hamburg accepted a £20 million bid for this guy, who is valued at £30 million. So that is £10 million under his valuation for an 86 rated right back, 25 years old. What a steal that could be. I know he's glitched, I get that, but he looks insane, and that could be an incredible deal for us. Anyway, Stade Reims wanted £7.5 million for Nicolas Depreville, and quite frankly, I don't know whether I want to pay that or not. I don't mind paying it because we do need a backup striker now that Ibrahimovic has retired, but I think we could probably do better than that for the money we're spending. And again, even though he was top goal scorer last year, I'm still not sure exactly how he was top goal scorer last year, so he may turn out to be bang average and a bit of a waste of money. This summer transfer window is all about shifting on the Deadwood, because there is an absolute ton of Deadwood players in this club, so why bring in another possible Deadwood player? Doesn't make much sense, right? We'll have to wait and see. Still, Anthony, regardless, we put in a new bid for him of £6.5 million, and we'll wait and see what Monaco say, because he was the striker that I'd want anyway, because I do know that he does have relatively decent potential, and he is, of course, only 23 years old, so we'll have to wait and see. And also Manchester City not happy with the bids for Mangala. They want £16 million. I don't mind paying it, but he's going to be a backup centre back and probably fourth choice when you think about it, behind David Luiz, Thiago Silva and Laporta. So I don't know, maybe a long-term replacement for Thiago Silva, yes, but not much point in doing it right now when Thiago Silva does the job anyway. Still, we rejected a bid for Danny Carvajal because now Ashton Gotts looks like he is going to join us. And also, as well, a new bid for, a new player we're going to put in a bid for is Levin Kurzawa of Monaco. 80 rated left back, 26 years old, valued at £9.5 million. We put in a bid of £10 million plus Sabali because he's a fringe player who's a Deadwood player here anyway, and we'll wait and see what Monaco say. Also, Nicolas Isamat Marine as well, also of Monaco. Just because, again, I'm thinking about cover players here. I know that we don't need to buy these players, and again, they are probably going to be a step up from the Deadwood we have, but not too great anyway, just fringe players. So I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. It's not really our prerogative in this transfer window to do that sort of business. Usually it is a few seasons down the line when I just want more squad depth, but we'll have to wait and see. Regardless, our first summer transfer window signing is going to be Ashton Gotts, who does indeed arrive on a £20 million deal, 90 grand a week. As you can see, he looks like an absolute monster at right back. Really awesome player. Stamina 86 as well, and for a right back who bombs up and down the touchline, you gotta love that. Absolutely love high stamina in my fullbacks, well, for any player really, but even so, really happy with that deal. And you know, £20 million, you know, when he was valued at £30 million, that's really good in my opinion, so I'm very happy with that. Regardless, Monaco then came back to us regarding the two players we put in bids for and said yes to both of them. And also City said they wanted £16 million for Mangala, even though they'd literally just accepted a £15 million bid from Barcelona. So I was like, hang on a minute, how does that work? Seriously, like, why would you accept it from Barcelona but not from us if we bid the exact same amount of money? So I've mentioned many times before, whenever that does happen, a club puts in a bid for a player that you're going for, you may as well kiss your chance of getting that player goodbye, because it's very rare that you'll be able to snatch them away from the AI club's hands. So that's a bit of a shame. Looks like Mangala is going to go to Barcelona. It's my fault for not acting quickly enough and being a bit too stingy, but again, it's not a big deal anyway, as he was still going to be fourth choice centre-back. So it's probably better that he does go to another club, and maybe we'll take a look at him in January or even the summer and see if he's developed to a better player or not. Still, a new bid for Nicolas Depreville at Stade Reims. Again, not too sure if we'll bother going in for him anyway, but it's just to see how much we can get him down to. And also a transfer came in for Youssouf Sabali. Obviously now Monaco have accepted a bid for Kurzawa, which includes Sabali. There's no point in accepting that one because that deal will no longer go through. Following that, more transfer offers. One for Diego Angelo Venecia Leo Casinero. I'm so bad at this. And we accept the bid from Real Zaragoza because we don't need him. He's another one of those deadwood players. And also Laporta, Napoli come in for our centre-back. And of course we say no. I really like this guy. I'm very, very happy we signed him in January because he looks fantastic. He's only 25 years old, so still room to grow. So he's going to stay here, and I'm not selling him for any price. Also a bid for Romain Habran. He's going to go on loan to Metz for a season-long loan. In fact, no, he's not, because I remember this is the guy who I decided not to loan out in the end. So I thought 25 years old, 72 overall, he's probably not going to get much better. So we put him in the transfer list instead and reject this bid. So in the end, he gets put on the transfer list and he's not going to get loaned out, because this is the point. These deadwood players, I don't just want to get them off the loan bill, get them off the wage bill. I want to get some money for them as well and sell them, because they're not going to make it. So he's not just going to get loaned out, he's hopefully going to get sold and instead, so that's much better for us. But a new bid for Nicolas Depreville. Again, I still don't even know whether we'll bother signing the guy or not, but we'll have to wait and see. And also Kurzawa declines his contract, so we put in a new one for him. We give him important first team player status, because he will be a first team player now. He'll probably overtake Lucas Digne, as he does have better stats, and he is also as well one rating higher. Napoli aren't going to come back in for Laporta, no real surprise there. And also that left back does indeed go to Real Zaragoza, so that's great. Another deadwood player at the club. And also Isimat Mirin is ready to be signed, but again, another player who I'm not too sure about. I'm basically just putting in these bids and considering whether I want to sign him or not, depending on how other transfer offers go and whether we sell on players. So in the end, I'm probably not going to complete that deal, even though it is ready to go through. Yurchenko is on his way to EA Guingamp for £1.5 million. Again, another deadwood player who has no future here, so very pleased to sell him. And I'm just basically buying, selling right now, and he does indeed go to EA Guingamp, so I'm happy with that. And also Kurzawa accepts his contract, so that's great. Levin Kurzawa is going to join us for £10 million plus Sabali, and again, another player who's going to be go right into the first team. He'll improve the average overall of squad players in that position, and I'm happy with that deal. And also still thinking about the Isimat Mirin deal, but I don't think I'll bother even going for it in the end. And also Stade Reims did indeed accept the bid for Nicolas Depreville, £7.25 million, and again, still not sure. We'll be thinking about it, but we're not too sure. Anyway, Kurzawa comes in. Here's a look at his stats in terms of his his stats, what else can I say? Looks very, very good. Maybe a bit of an overspend for what we paid, but quite frankly, he looks very good. He's going to jump right into the first team. Still many years ahead of him, so I'm happy with that deal. Also, Monaco, again, rejected a bid for Anthony. Again, Martial, not entirely sure how you pronounce it, but regardless, we put in a new bid for him as well. I've had him in one of my career modes before for Norwich, and he was absolutely fantastic. So if we can become just as good as he was back at Carrow Road here at Parc des Princes, I'll be very happy with that. So we put in a new bid and we find out what Monaco want, £11 million. And Nicolas Depreville accepted his contract. That was £7.25 million. So I was thinking, who do I go for here, Depreville or Anthony? Because both of those players, the exact same overall, but it is worth mentioning Anthony is 5 years, I was going to say 4 years younger, 5 years younger. So in the end, I stalled the deal for Depreville, put in a new bid for Anthony, and I thought what I'll do is I'll see if I can get Monaco to £10 million, and if they'll accept that, then I'll go in for Anthony. Otherwise, I'll probably go in for Nicolas Depreville, because, quite frankly, I would prefer to get Anthony, even though his overall is just gone off the scout report there. We know he's 76 overall. Even if, it is a few £1 million more, it's still probably going to be worth it for a player who will grow. Depreville isn't going to get any higher than a 76, so we're just thinking about the long-term future of Paris Saint-Germain. If we are ever going to leave them, we want to lead them with the best squad possible when it comes down to youth players getting potential and good first-team players already. So anyway, Mike Manan is on his way to Blackpool for a transfer, which is okay. Again, another deadwood player, so getting rid of as many deadwood players as possible. And Lavetti's also told us he is going to retire at the end of the season. So Magnan is on his way to Blackpool for 400 grand. That's okay with me. And also Monaco do accept a £10 million bid plus that random goalkeeper who's 62 overall for £10 million. So I thought, do you know what, that was what I wanted, £10 million, and if we can do that, we'll accept it. So it looks like Anthony is going to join us and Depreville won't come in. It's probably better for the long-term future, so I'll be okay with that once that deal should go through in the next couple of episodes or so. So Depreville, we thought about it, but we stalled it, and as you'll see in the next episode, we basically just say no thanks, because we're probably going to get hold of Anthony instead. But that is going to end the episode. So as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really do hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Career Mode, then please do leave a like, as it is much appreciated and it really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode. We'll be doing a lot more transfer business very soon.